White's going to be making an announcement later today for some fights. Apparently, one of the fights he's going to be announcing is Sean Brady versus Michael Morales in the welterweight division for UFC 322, November 15th in New York City, Madison Square Garden. Brady's ranked number 2 in the welterweight division. Michael Morales is ranked number 8. This will be an interesting matchup, essentially striker versus grappler in terms of what these two guys are best at. Morales, a very dangerous striker, knockout artist. Brady, tremendous on the ground and exceptional submission threat on the mat. For Michael Morales, this is a great opportunity. He's ranked number 8. Brady's ranked number 2. If he beats Brady, he's close to title contention. For Brady, it's not that great of an opportunity. He's fighting a guy who's dangerous and 6 spots below him. He's not going to gain anything in terms of the rankings if he gets the win. And it's a dangerous fight, so it's rough for Brady because he's coming off a dominating performance over a former champion, Leon Edwards, where he finished him and he gets rewarded by fighting a guy 6 spots below him, who's a tough fighter. But with his wrestling and grappling skill, I assume he'd be able to take the fight to the ground and possibly win a decision or get a submission. But it's definitely far from a guarantee with the skill, athleticism, powers, striking prowess of a Morales. So at the top of the division in the welterweight rankings, JDM's going to fight Islam Makhachev. Bilal Muhammad's going to fight Ian Gary. Sean Brady is going to be fighting Michael Morales. Shavkat Rakhmonov don't have a fight, but he plans on returning in the first quarter of 2026. If UFC 322 does in fact add Michael Morales versus Sean Brady, the card is looking pretty good. You got JDM versus Makhachev in the main event and Shevchenko versus Zhang in the co-main event. So that's 2 title fights right there. You also got Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez in the women's flyweight division. You also got Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates on the card. So that's 3 big welterweight fights on this card. Edwards, Prates, JDM versus Makhachev, and then Brady versus Morales. You also have an interesting lightweight fight between Beneil Dariush and Benoit Saint-Denis. 23-6-1 Dariush versus 15-3 Saint-Denis. You got a couple of middleweight fights in Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira and Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodriguez. And at bantamweight, Malcolm Wellmaker versus Siri City. Some of the other fights Dana White may also be announcing today is Merab Dvalishvili versus Piotr Yan, Pantoja versus Van, and Brendan Moreno versus Tatsura Taira. So Merab versus Yan and Pantoja versus Van might be 323 in December, main and co-main event. UFC 323 takes place in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. That's December 6th. Tickets on sale Friday, October 24th. So it makes sense that they would be announcing the fights for the main and co-main event soon. Merab, after beating Sandhagen, talked about fighting in December on this 323 card to try and break a record of having 4 title defenses in a calendar year in the UFC. He beat Umar O'Malley and Sandhagen. Then he talked about fighting in December to make it 4, and he talked about fighting Piotr Yan on that card. And Yan also said he is down.
So that event, UFC 323, is December 6th, so exactly 2 months from yesterday. Would that be in line with what you're hoping for as well? Would you be okay to fight in 2 months?
Yes, of course. I've been waiting for this chance, and I'm ready to fight in December. And I believe it's going to be a great fight that have a history. Last time I was compromised. I was only on 50%. So this time it will be something different. It will be a great and exciting fight.
Their first fight was in 2023. It was 50-45 for Merab. Merab outstruck Piotr Yan in every single round. In terms of significant strikes, Yan landed 75 out of 143 attempts. Merab landed 147 out of 338 attempts. Yan landed 87 off 155 attempts. And Merab landed 202 strikes out of 100. And in terms of total strikes, Yan landed 87 out of 155 attempts. And Merab landed 202 out of 401 attempts. Piotr Yan did get 1 takedown off 5 attempts. Merab got 11 takedowns off 49 attempts. So he's about 10 takedown attempts per round. The resulting control time for Piotr Yan off 1 takedown was 1 minute and 50 seconds. The total control time for Merab off 11 takedowns was 6 minutes and 53 seconds. Since they fought, Piotr Yan has 3 wins after that via decision over Song Yadong, Davison Figueiredo, and Marcus McGee. And for Merab, he has 5 wins since that win over Piotr Yan. He has 4 of those victories by decision. And he beat Cejudo, won the belt over O'Malley, defended against Umar, O'Malley, and then Sandhagen. Fighting Piotr Yan is something actually Merab Dvalishvili asked to do in November after Piotr Yan beat Davison Figueiredo. But at the time when he asked for that fight, everyone started calling him a duck, saying he was ducking Umar Nurmagomedov. But then the narrative actually ended up completely changing because he beat Umar, he beat O'Malley, and then he beat Sandhagen so quickly. And now he'll probably be fighting Piotr Yan. It's fight week, destination Vancouver. Main event is Rainier de Ridder versus Brendan Allen in the middleweight division. Some people thinking de Ridder wins in unorthodox fashion. De Ridder, via It Actually Works, RDR by accidentally tripping on his opponent. So RDR is the new DDP meme in terms of winning in unorthodox, strange, unusual fashion. If I hear one more fighter say he doesn't want to fight his friend, I'm going to lose my mind. Can't think of anything cooler than fighting your friend and seeing who's the better man on the night. It'll probably make you closer. Just don't get it. You guys are fighters. Fighting is what you do for a living. It's what the UFC pays you to do. That's talking about Tom Aspinall not wanting to fight D'Elia, but he doesn't really have to worry about that. Yeah, D'Elia's ranked number 9. He just got into UFC, so there's no concern about that at the moment. Michael as well wants to fight at UFC 323 on December 6th in Las Vegas. But he leaked the co-main event of that card, so maybe the UFC's pissed off at him, so maybe they won't give him a chance to fight on that card.
One thing I'd love to fight, I just saw it got announced, Las Vegas, December 6th. My best friend Joshua Van is fighting. I would love to be on his card, man. He's fighting Pantoja for the championship. If we can get on that card, man, I'd love it, man. I'm healthy, I'm ready. Let's go, baby. 4 Hours Fight Club in this thing. Houston takes to stand up. Let's go!
JDM training with Alex Volkanovski before his fight with Islam Makhachev. Volk knows Islam Makhachev very well, fighting him 2 times and going the full 25 minutes the first time.
I haven't wrapped my hands only as of the last 2 fights because I don't like the way that the XL gloves fit on my hand. I feel like it's too wide. I don't have the biggest hands. So I wear the larges and I don't feel like there's any excess on either side of my hand. And I feel like for grappling, like having the hand wraps really like pumps up your forearms when you're trying to grapple, or if you're constantly squeezing your hand to keep it closed in the glove because they're hard to squeeze. And yeah, I just feel like I like it that way. I'd rather risk breaking my shit on your face and know that I can still grapple and do things like that than have a big ass pad where like my fingers and my fucking everything, like wearing hand wraps hurts, bro. I hate it. I don't know. It's just me. Plus, I want to hit a motherfucker and then feel my knuckles. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know they were fighting. I didn't even see an announcement for it. But I would take Marvin Vettori. Shit, man. Probably my attitude. You know, just have to be honest. Yeah, probably my attitude, bro. I got good skills, man. Like, I have good jiu-jitsu. I got good wrestling. I got good striking. I even have good kickboxing. I'm just always afraid to break my feet. And I have good jiu-jitsu. I'd rather stand and bang on a motherfucker if he's willing. Just because I believe in my power over anybody else. But, yeah, probably my attitude, man. I got a salty attitude sometimes. But, nah, man, I'm pretty complete. Now, what the worst part is, I don't know, I'd probably have to say my kicking game, no? Probably that. I've had a lot of people that I've trained with and a lot of people I like training with. I like training with Sean a lot. When it comes to like MMA rounds, just because I know in my head how well, if I do well against him, I'll do well against almost anybody on the planet when it comes to that shit. Fucking windows whistling, bro. It's pissing me off. Damn. That's the only thing about the Raptor Bronco. The cabin noise all the time. Fucking Jeep boy. Sean's fun. I like training with Jeremiah Wells a lot, as of recently. I like training with him. Sam Orpiza's another big one. Yeah, I would probably say those have been some of my favorite. I like training with one kid on our team, Samantha Muradov, because he's a hell of a wrestler. Really fun, really good scrambles. Yeah, absolutely. I'd have to know that we're never going to fight. That's the only way we kind of take people, like me and everybody on our team understands. We are a team. We do not fight each other. I know that's like anti what the UFC wants, but, we're a true team that actually either 1, loves and cares for each other, or 2, at the very least, likes and respects each other and still cares about each other. We're all close friends. We all go to the same events, big and small. We are a true team, so if he was to join, he'd have to be a part of the team. This couldn't just be like a cross train. We don't let people do that type of shit. So, but I've even extended that to a Moose because I like him. He's a cool dude. Our beef is done. We fought, and it is what it is. And moving forward, I would like to have a guy like him on our team. It'll help me and it'll help him. So I would be open.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you want to donate, you can be a super thanks. Have your comment featured or business featured. Until next time.